Being any type of performer is a huge risk factor because your body is your tool. We can't just go to the shop and get a new one, like if you're a builder, for example. My name's Kieran Warner. I'm 24 years old. I'm a circus artist and dancer from Bristol, now training in London at the National Centre for Circus Arts.
My motivation has changed over the years. I went through sort of a depressing downward spiraling phase where you kind of wake up at some point in your teenagerhood and you realize that there is nothing else. My name's Jessica Miller. I'm from Colorado in the US, and I moved away from home when I was 16 to study circus. I guess the biggest motivation to keep going is the fun part of it, and testing yourself is always, I'm really competitive. I feel like everybody kind of wakes up at one point and is like, oh, this sucks. And so for a while I kind of just wanted to live and to do something physical with my body. I'm a seal wheel artist. So a seal wheel is a big metal ring that I spin around in and yeah, flip around. Anything a coin can do, you can kind of do on the wheel. As a person before I joined the circus, I guess I was always quite creative and wanting to express myself, and I guess that's why I started dancing. But really trying to create something unique like what I'm doing now, that's really new. 'Cause before, like, dance done before, and you just kind of follow what someone else has done and create your own style of it. But then, yeah, I wasn't really creating a whole new niche like I am now. When I was a kid, my mum was a single parent, and so I always Take That and bands like that being played. And as a kid, I thought I was going to join Take That. Then I wanted to rap, and I loved animals, so I wanted to be a vet, and yeah, all these different crazy ideas and acting, and then yeah, eventually just dance, and that's where I was at, and then circus, and now I don't imagine doing anything else. I describe myself as very laid back. I think that I can be a very versatile person. I'm pretty much like any situation I can make myself happy in. And I think that that's partly because I've lived in so many different places with so many different people. Style she has experienced. Ultimately, many of your questions are quite I think that I was an entitled brat who didn't really know what was good for me. And like when my mom actually wanted me to go, my mom found this trapeze club and she wanted me to come and try it. I didn't want to go. I thought it was going to be like this boring thing that my mom wanted to take me to, and I thought it was going to be the worst thing ever, and I made such a fuss about going, but my mom made me go, and I'm so glad that she did. Well, when I'm by myself or just training, I like to put on music and just play with what I can do with the wheel as well as moving my body. It's the same way I train when I'm dancing, like music on and feeling it, seeing what happens. And I have times where I'm going to drill tricks and drill moves, same as in dance, but a lot of the time I like to just be free and just see what happens in the moment. So the piece, a lot of it's based on control, so whether I'm in control of the wheel's in control of me, whether the music's controlling me or I'm controlling the music, so I really like to be on the music.
So for us here, at Contemporary Circus School, the circus is an art form where we learn different disciplines that we can put into theatre shows or acts. But circus has been for hundreds and hundreds of years through families and things. So for them, it's more of a lifestyle rather than just an art. We always want to find out more about the history here because a lot of us feel like it would help us with our growth. The circus, to me, isn't a closed community anymore. I think the traditional circuses still are. A lot of people who know that I'm doing circus ask if, oh, does that mean there's animals at your school and things like this? And of course, animal cruelty is a big negative. But at the same time, the educational department, they're really strong on letting us know about nutrition and methods of stretching, warming up, cooling down, so everyone knows how to stay safe.
Having this ongoing shoulder problem. Every circus artist, I guarantee, has some kind of painful thing happening in their body somewhere. And that's just life. It's really just life. It's like with the question of what motivates me to keep going, it becomes that question then, because then you're just having to push through all this pain all the time. And it's kind of like, why? It's crazy.
Now circus is just an art form, a way of entertaining people and pushing boundaries of what the human body is capable of.
I feel like the risk of injury in circus, there's a bit of a misnomer there because people that see circus artists perform just think about how dangerous it is to be so high up, how dangerous it is to be doing these things. Like the second that you're afraid, it gets so much more dangerous. And another thing is that most of the skills that people see us do, we train them much lower to the ground.
We get bumped and things all the time, and I know some of the girls who do straps, for example, there's a move called roll-ups where the strap wraps around their arms, and a lot of the time you can get big marks or bruises from that.
And that to me is part of what circus is about, is pushing that boundary of what the human body can do. And people see it and they're like, oh, it's so hard, it takes so much strength and everything. Everyone can do circus. It's true. People go, oh no, I couldn't do that. You really could, really could. You develop the specific muscles that you need to do this particular move, and then it's easy after 100 times. It's going to be easy.
Yeah, there's a lot of good things coming from circus. Obviously it keeps kids off the street if they want to get into something, another art form. Not all people enjoy doing sports. I guess a desire to run away and escape from the real world is kind of what a lot of us do when we end up in a place like this. How people react really kind of shows how society has formed the idea of what a real job should be. You grow up in school and you're always taught, yes, do well in school, get a job. So when you end up at a school like this, you've escaped that kind of system and you're doing something that you wanted to do. I definitely feel like I've escaped.